Now, in a career spanning 5 decades, ballet dancer, choreographer and actor Wayne Sleep has shared the stage with pop stars and princesses.
Now, the stage is all his, and rightly so, as he tells the story of how a lad from Hartlepool found himself on the stage of the Royal Opera House.
If you've ever seen him in the Royal Ballet, in Cats, in Song and Dance, or on television's Hot Shoe Show, you'll know that he dances like popcorn over a hot fire. So here with an electrifying excerpt from his current stage show is Wayne Sleep.
Look at him go.
Wayne.
Wayne joins us now.
Hi.
Sorry, were you saying that was the great Gene Kelly?
Yeah, Gene Kelly introduced me for a Royal Variety performance,
Wow.
which was a thrill, because I always wanted to be Gene Kelly. I never wanted to be a ballet dancer. I always wanted to be a musical theatre star.
And Wayne, you know, 5 decades.
Yes.
You've been an actor, you've been a dancer, you've been a choreographer. You've done so much stuff. Does it feel weird saying 5 decades, you know, and watching yourself there?
You've made me feel old this
Oh,
morning.
sorry.
So rude. So rude of you, Joe.
So I'm from Plymouth. I'll beat you up, I will.
Well, I don't know how
Shall
you're
we
gonna
go for a pasty later?
Oh, let's go for a pasty,
That's
me and
right.
you, Wayne. Now we're
Well,
talking.
yeah.
But I'll need to do a few ballet moves after to work it
Well,
off.
we'll do a few.
Oh, really?
Today.
Do you want to do some now?
Well, we can save it a little bit later on. I need to
okay,
get some
all right.
physiotherapy before that, but we'll give it a go a bit later on.
I just don't know how you're going to fit it all into an hour at the Fringe.
Well, on the Fringe. Now, the Fringe is just as big as the main festival. And it's only an hour in each theatre anybody gets, because there's so many applicants now, and all the comics and all the stars get a chance to perform. And it's a real festival of theatre and energy, and if you do over an hour, you get fined.
Right. I just don't know how you're going to fit it all into an hour, that's the thing.
Well, it's like that. I've done a bit of this, bit of that, bit of everything. Because I acted in film, I've acted in plays, I've had my own television show, The Hot Shoe Show, and I've been with the Royal Ballet 18 years, and it's, you know, just combining all those talents.
And you're a rugby player. Let's not forget that.
Yes, no,
Most important.
exactly.
You were a
in
rugby
the scrum,
player.
what stays in the scrum stays in the
Stays
scrum.
in the scrum. Oh, things
that
go
right,
on.
Chris?
Oh, yeah, things go on in there you never talk about. But it's interesting, and I'll tell you why it's interesting, because you talk about it a lot, and I'm not being rude to you talking about it, but you're 5'2".
I'm too small, yeah.
Well, not too. Never too. Antoine
Well-
Dupont, the greatest player in the world at the moment, is 5'6", 5'7". So you're
Well,
never
that's
too
tall.
small. Because it comes from the ticker, Wayne, doesn't it?
Oh, does it?
And just from reading, you know, your background, you've had to kind of use a lot of heart.
Yes.
To achieve what you want to
Well,
achieve.
tenacity.
Tenacity.
Dame Margot Fonteyn, who was a famous ballerina with the Royal Ballet, I said to her, what was it? The choreographers? Was it the teachers that made you so famous? She said, no, Wayne, tenacity, sticking power, and you do that. And that was the biggest bit of advice I ever got. And when people said I should give up because I was too small, you have to be 5'9" to get in the Royal Ballet. I was 5'2". I must have crawled between their legs. But because I could act as well, I suppose, and because I had to, if they did 6 turns, I'd have to do 10. If they had 3 calls after a show, I'd have to get 4. Else it didn't warrant me being there. And also I could do things that other people couldn't do, probably. Then, a lot of them could do the steps I did then now, but not 50 years ago. And the choreographers would use me because they could invent new things on me.
Wayne, you're from Plymouth. You're a Plymouth
Yes,
boy. You're
yeah,
quite
yeah.
humble beginnings, aren't
That's
you?
right,
You know,
yes.
have you got anybody theatrical in your family? How did you
No.
go from Plymouth to Royal Ballet?
I don't know, but my mother actually could have sung, but I was a one-parent family, and she felt so ashamed she wouldn't sign any papers or go for it.
Oh, bless.
Yeah,
And
she
look at
felt
you
really-
now.
Yeah, look at me now, babe. Yes.
Was she around to see you dance with
Oh,
Princess
yes.
Diana?
Oh, yes. I've got a funny story about Princess Diana. Diana once, she said, don't tell your mother anything, but, you know, make sure she's, you know, all right. But there's a spare seat, there's going to be a spare seat next to her when she comes and watches me at the Opera House. And just when the lights went down, Princess Diana went and snuck into the seat next to my mother, and when the lights went up, she said, hello, Mrs. Seat, what did you think of that? And my mother went, oh.
Wonderful. That's wonderful.
Incredible
Yeah.
I mean, you've Princess Diana and Freddie Mercury. You've danced with the best of them, haven't you?
Yes, well, Freddie, if he was alive, I'm sure, God bless him, that he would have choreographed composed for Covent Garden, because he was on his way to do that, because he wanted to build bridges like I did between what they call commercial and classical, and I think he would have done something there. And I remember us, on his 40th birthday, I was told to get on a flight, ticket came, I got on a flight that morning, went to Ibiza, went to the party that night, he booked hotels for all of us, got back on the plane at 6 a.m. the next morning, another crate of champagne and back to England.
Like a snippet of Joseph
all on
Gibson's
him.
life there, Wayne.
Oh,
Yes.
I would have loved to have met Freddie. Well, and Princess Diana. Wow.
Yeah.
Can we go back to Princess Diana? Because it was a lovely moment for you, but it felt like a very special moment for her as well to dance with you. And she was able to kind of show herself at a difficult time for her.
Well,
what are your memories of it?
Oh, God, yeah. Well, what happened was I was told to wait by phone because Princess Diana was going to phone me the next morning. So I waited there. And they said, hello, Wayne Street. I haven't met you, but I want to dance with you this Christmas at Covent Garden. I thought, what? And she said, come and meet me tomorrow morning. So I went to meet her. And as I walked in, this tall, beautiful, amazing goddess looked down at me with her sheepish grin. And she says, now, I want to do it to Billy Joel's Uptown Girl. And I've got the music and everything. And I thought, we can't do this. You're far too tall. It'll be a laughing stock. And so I thought, well, you know, let's sit down and talk about it. And secretly in my brain, I thought somebody like tall and debonair, like you there. You know?
Oh, stop it, Wayne, you charmer.
Well, you're quite nice anyway. But anyway, so, and I thought, I'm not going to do this. And I said to her, I said, but actually, do you mind if we sit down? She said, why? I said, well, I've had a very late night. She went, you naughty boy. And so we sat down, and then I knew she had humour, so we could do a one-upmanship to each other with a bit of humour in it, and it brought down the house. I mean, 8 curtain calls for just one little number like that. And I've done far greater works in my life, but this is the one that seems to remain year after year. People want to know things about it.
Amazing stories,
How
Jones.
magical. And I got to ask, have you still held your world record?
Oh, yes, in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I'd got an Olympic go for England, though.
What's the world record for?
It's for crossing your feet and uncrossing them 6 times. So you stand in a position and you do that.
In the air?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before landing.
Go, have a go, Craig.
Well,
Wayne.
you better be careful. Have you got a jock strap on?
Have you got a jock
I'm not
strap
wearing
on?
anything.
Go on.
Right, OK.
OK, so
Ready?
up and then...
Yeah, you have to have your legs crossed like that, and then you go like that.
So
But you
6
do
of
it
those.
6. He's a
But you
world
do
record
say, I can
breaker.
only do
OK,
that now,
OK.
which is
6
on.
times. Right, 6.
Cross your legs.
Come on, Ireland.
No,
Here we go.
no, put one foot in front of the other first.
It's all right.
No, like that.
Possible,
Not
but
like
that's all right.
that, like that.
Oh, like that. OK. Well,
Right,
all
Now
right.
go.
OK, and I got to get
Bend,
like it.
bend to jump, bend and jump.
All right, here we go.
Cross your legs.
1. Oh, but he did
I
6.
got 1, but it was elegant. Come on,
You
Gibson,
didn't even
let's
get
see it.
one.
Do you know what? I don't want to show myself up. I mean, not in front of Wayne. But
You clicked heels, which was rather charming.
I know. That's my kind of are we still in Kansas moment there. We
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yes, Dorothy.
Wayne, I could listen to you for absolutely hours. But you are Awake in the Afternoon, takes place on the 19th to the 25th of August at the Edinburgh Fringe. And
Thank you.
we need a couple of hours with you. That's amazing. Amazing stories.
You're an absolute tonic.
Thank you,
very
Wayne.
so much,
Thank
mate.
you.
You're wonderful.